Ohayo gozaimasu. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to the SoCal Sumo Countdown. In this episode, we are going to look at two of my favorite sumo wrestlers in the United States. One of them is the winner of the Bud Makaye trophy. That is the Kingpin / Queenpin trophy that you can win at the SoCal Open. Who's going to win it this year? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I don't even know yet. I don't even know. So we will find out. We will find out. But let's talk about the matches that we have. So we have Kellyanne Ball, the most decorated American sumo wrestler that's living and still doing sumo. That is one of my best friends, and I just really appreciate and love. I feel like if I add in all of those additional caveats, I won't be caught in a lie. Apparently, I keep messing up. That's just what I do. My heart is strong, and my reason is because of me. Sorry, got sidetracked. ADHD moment. Now, she is going against Etan. These two are no strangers to each other in the dohyo. Who knows who will win? Will it be the young one or the younger one? Battle of the World Medalists begins. Alright, let's go ahead and start this match. As we can see, again, this is Etan and Kellyanne going against each other. It's not the first time they've went against each other. Definitely won't be the last time. Technically, since this match is definitely not the last time. But that's neither here nor there. As you can see, they both have pretty good stance on their tachi-ai. Knuckles-wise, I'm a huge fan of both of the two different styles. So Etan has the pinky knuckle style, which generally gives you a little bit faster hand speed. And then Kellyanne here has full knuckles on the floor, which generally will give you a little extra push off if need be. Both styles are important. I think you'll see in this match why the two different styles work for each one of them. All right, so as we start the match, immediately coming up, Etan's hands are able to make contact, and she's doing a really great job with that initial step, going way past the initial line, way past the foot hasn't hit the floor yet, way past that initial line, which is fantastic. As you can see, though, Kellyanne has a under elbow defensive game, which will play in a second. So from the hand position that Etan definitely had, and it was a good idea, right? So it's the 3-point of contact. The hands are hitting slightly before the head. Some people would say that they always have to hit at the same time. I am a bigger fan of making sure that the hands are there slightly before to protect the neck, because the last thing you want to do is have just the head hit and then without any frame. Then you're going to end up just taking all that damage into the spinal area, and that's a no-go for anything, including betterment of life. All right, so one of the details that I do want to put out here is that Kellyanne didn't have the very best start with her feet. So after her step, she ends up feeling that immediate pressure from Etan, because Etan really carried that space, right? So after the hit, Kellyanne hits, and she can't quite step super deep with that second step, right? That second step is shallow, but since she's bringing that foot right underneath her, you can see right in this area, Etan's face is going to be like forearm thrusted through, boom, which then makes Etan go for that shallow layer grip. So this grip is a good grip, but it makes more sense to get one layer if you have a choice. Unfortunately, it's less of a choice when your face is getting hit. You start thinking about other things, right? So from there, Kellyanne was able to watch the foot pattern real quick. So it's left foot, right foot, and then reposition after the forearm hits the face, and then another right foot. Not exactly her normal stepping pattern, but she had to adjust to it. Now, you notice that Etan's grips are extremely long. Etan's is so long. Her grip is so long that she can't really get a solid grip there. She stumbles back in, but now, after she's able to get that bend of the arm, that grip is fairly solid, right? Here, it's not really a good grip, but after she steps in with her left leg, that's a solid grip. Kellyanne immediately, though, answers with the underhook. That underhook is money, especially for the style of game that Kellyanne does. So again, that step with the underhook. Now, the Etan has a really good system from here. Etan has a good uwatanage and a good shiitake nage. She has choices, right? So with this over grip, she starts what it looks like she starts for a throw, but Kellyanne's pressure with the underhook kind of puts a little fear into that. It doesn't mean that it wouldn't have worked, but it's possible. You can already see that the grip is peeling. So if we keep our eyes on this area here, we will notice that the grip is starting to peel. Boop. It looks like it's only, by the time we get there, it's only, let me see here. It's only a pinky grip, maybe? Possibly a pinky grip, which is tough. As soon as it breaks, Kellyanne starts pushing towards the edge of the tawado, utilizing that underhook. But Etan fights back and then grabs that mawashi again. And now she starts, it looks like she starts for an underarm throw, but Kellyanne's step here stops that rotation. I'm not 100% sure if she was actually trying for that, but it definitely stopped. And then immediately after the foot place, you can see Kelly ends up starting to drive her momentum straight towards Etan. So she's pushing right off of this spot up and then through, which is pretty fantastic, of course. Boom. And she maintains a solid grip. Etan is squirrely as squirrely can be. Again, really trying to work that grip, but again, that underhook is really, really solid. Now, Kellyanne starts going for a hip toss and uses that as kazushi to then square up, toes onto the tawada, and then free fall after Etan steps out. What amazing sumo. Again, watch those feet. So we are looking right at the feet. So right in this, that's not there. Right in this area here. So as we see, Etan is pushed right to the edge of the tawada, and Kellyanne digs her toe into the tawada and understands now's the time to free fall. Etan steps out, and Kellyanne falls. What a great match by two world medalists. Absolutely wonderful.
Let's go, Honu Sumo! Honu Sumo Texas versus Honu Sumo OC. Wow. Give it like that.
Look, everybody yelling freedom, but it said it's got a chain on their neck. We was talking revolution, say you're paying for a check. We was marching for a change, but they profit off of that, huh? Do you dance, viral on the internet, huh? We lost it. Ultra colonizer, history, they tossed it. Made you hit your brother cause they profit off of conflict. Said we still enslaved and they said I'm talking nonsense. Wait, but that nigga gotta eat though. So you on your grind, chase some paper till your feet swole. But it's silent till you weep, you got PTSD. Brother dead in the street, newsflash, move past, now his name obsolete. It don't matter, stay distracted and forget him in a week.